Hello everyone, and welcome to another game full of Warships. And today's replay is slightly different, but it's one of my battles. I'm in the Benham. It's a tier 10 game. 3-point domination on the map the Atlantic. There is a carrier, there was a sub, and as you can see we're already like 10 minutes into this game. Now not too many ships have been sunk, but look at our team positioning, right? Our team is basically all in the center here. I haven't managed to do any damage in 10 minutes, although I've shot down some planes, which shows you just how this game has been going. So basically, at the sea cap I was zoned out by radar most of the game, and by the carrier. I haven't been able to torpedo anything because the islands always interfered, and I haven't been able to position properly because of radars and... Well, one radar was here, the Tallinn, that has now recently been destroyed. There's still the Alaska around here somewhere, and the carrier is constantly trying to force me back. Now, the problem is I had 3 friendly ships up here in the north with me that just, saw that there were enemies and sailed here. Basically, all our team had sailed into the center. Thanks to Viper, we actually hold 1 capture point, but as you can see here, it's pretty desperate because, our team hasn't done anything at all in a way of helping us. And that's sometimes... the sad part of being a destroyer, if you can't really get any good torpedoes in. And the friendly team is just unwilling to help you in any way or form. You get those very frustrating battles where you're just constantly dodging planes and radars, and you can't even go close to the caps because only the enemy has a presence there. Now, the enemy Alaska here is pushing in, so radar might be an issue soon again. There is an Iowa in front of me, which maybe I can torpedo. We'll find out. The Alaska is relatively low, but it's getting closer, so the radar could be an issue. The problem is, we are at a point in time where you have to take risks. We're actually ahead on ships, but we don't have any caps, and the enemy are getting closer and closer to those 1,000 points. So I finally pushed in here. Now, the Alsace followed. And actually, the Alaska was taken out. So we have suddenly been taking out quite a few ships. Not because our team did anything well, but because the enemy team got so bored that they pushed our blob, and not really from all sides at the same time. Just some enemy ships were so bored that they overextended and fed our ships. Which is good for us, because it means we might still have a chance here. Now, it's Viper, myself, and the Alsace against the majority of the enemy team here at this cap in the north, while our other ships are all sailing randomly in sort of directions, but they might accidentally cap A, which is going to be good news. There's also a lone Odin here, who hopefully will YOLO into all of our ships and then get himself devastated. So I'm trying to torp the Gascogne here. The carrier is once again doing his best to annoy us, and thankfully the enemy carrier didn't really see the writing on the wall and has basically trapped himself here. With the zone wall, there isn't really any way he can, well, run away. Basically, if he wants to try to run away, he has to sail broadside within torp range, and, well, it turns out I'm mostly just torping Viper, but this is fine. Ever since they've removed team damage, basically, I've been a lot more careless with my torpedoes because, it doesn't matter anymore. And now the enemy team is accusing us of cheaters because the enemy team held all the cards, they held the points, they had the better positioning, and then they just threw everything away. And, if you just throw the game, then it must mean the enemy is cheating, because that's how it works. And, this is basically, if you remember, like almost 5 minutes ago, I had 0 damage. This game looked basically lost. Our team was just utterly badly positioned. And thanks to the enemy team, they just threw everything away, YOLO'd into us. And now suddenly, this looks like we are going to win. They are still ahead on points, but they now even lost like their caps lead. Their carrier is, is gonna go down. And the enemy Iowa there, that's still pretty healthy Iowa, is now, I guess, finally engaging. I mean, on the one hand, I guess this Iowa didn't YOLO in, but on the other hand, this Iowa has spent the entire battle trying to not participate, so... I mean, it didn't need to, because our team didn't participate either for a long time. You know. So, you see, we have so many more ships, but the enemy still has more points right now, and that just shows you how close we came to losing, I guess, on multiple times. Because if the enemy just didn't YOLO us, there was no way for us to win. And technically, even now, if they just get some kills in, they could turn this around once more. Of course not if the Iowa keeps sailing utterly broadside. And the tale that I want to tell with this game is, in a way, just never give up and try not to be too overconfident, even if it looks like a sure win. Because, you see, we kept fighting, and it turns out we've managed to turn this around entirely. And our team played very, very badly, but the enemy team just played even worse. Like, they got so overconfident they just threw away all of the ships, and they managed to throw it faster than they won on points. And also, despite me not being able to do anything for half of the battle, right? 10 minutes, I didn't do a single point of damage other than planes. I was getting very frustrated, but, you know, I kept my cool sorta, and look at me now. I might even get a third kill. Well, I mean, there isn't much Iowa left. To be fair, though, most of my torpedoes like took away the hell of the Iowa's lost so far. And now we just win. So here we are with the results, and as you can see, it's not like I carried or anything, but this is mostly about, you know, if you have a bad game, even if for the longest time you can't do anything, don't give up, tables might still turn. Our team played very, very badly, but we got carried by the enemy team, so... In the end of the day, no matter how hard our team tried to throw it, the enemy team carried us, so thanks enemy team. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.